Hi, I'm Matt Erickson. For my final project, I will be exploring how many social aspects of sport are presented to us through movies and television. Film and television has always had a big impact on me since it mirrors reality. I will examine a couple of my favorites, showing how the themes and social aspects are presented and why these have inspired me. I will begin with examining how social class is portrayed in the 2006 film Invincible. Then, I will discuss women in sport, feminist theory, and development through sport using the films She's the Man and Whip It. I will conclude with an examination of the HBO television show Ballers and how sport business and deviance in sport are common themes. Let's begin with social class. The film Invincible is the true story of an ordinary man who achieves an extraordinary goal. Mark Wahlberg plays Vince Papale, who became a member of the Philadelphia Eagles football team as a 30-year-old in an open tryout. He is the oldest rookie to make an NFL team, excluding kickers, who never played college football. Vince was just an ordinary guy who got a 1 in a gazillion shot at living every sports fan's wildest fantasy. Philadelphia Eagles' new coach Dick Vermeil called an unprecedented open tryout, and the 30-year-old bartender made the cut. Shocking himself and the coaches, he ran an explosive 40-yard dash in just 4.5 seconds, a world-class time, and was offered a contract on the spot. The film explores how Vince uses every bit of his gritty, never-say-die attitude and enormous heart to survive in the high-stakes world of professional football. At age 30, Papale was a former school teacher and now a part-time bartender struggling to make ends meet. His marriage ended because of the financial struggles. His wife left him a note that he used for motivation. You'll never go anywhere, never make a name for yourself, and never make any money. Our textbook describes social class and how that determines choice of sport. Papale fell into the lower middle class, and members of this class are more likely to choose community sports that are readily accessible and inexpensive. Papale and his friends would play football at night in a parking lot. He also played rough touch football in the bar leagues for years, despite breaking his nose and some ribs, and getting a few teeth jarred loose. In Papale's words, the games were much more rough than touch. Next, let's discuss women in sport. She's the Man is a teenage comedy starring Amanda Bynes. She plays a high school student named Viola who loves to play soccer, and when her school cancels the girls' soccer team, she decides to disguise herself as her twin brother and go to a different school to try out for the boys' team. Girls aren't as fast as boys. It's not me talking, it's a scientific fact, the boys' coach tells her. Girls can't beat boys, it's as simple as that. Viola is standing her ground and making a choice to be the kind of woman who takes action when others try to keep her down. Viola's powerful transformation proves that masculine and feminine are all in the eyes of the beholder. But ultimately, this is still a man's world. In order for a woman to be taken seriously, she has to be dressed as a man. In the end, Viola gets to play in the big game against her former high school as herself and prove she's just as good as the guys without having to dress like one. It's Viola, not Viola as her brother, who ends up teaching her teammates about what it means to be a man, which really means being unafraid to go against what is expected of you. Inside every girl, there's a boy. A friend tells Viola as she nervously arrives at school for the first time as her brother. The double meaning is good for a laugh, but there's also truth in the idea that gender is a social construct, not necessarily a biological one. We have to move beyond labels and expand our understanding of what it means to be male, female, or just plain human. We need to ditch the stereotypes since there should be no limitations to how either gender acts or behaves. The 2009 film, Whip It, is actress Drew Barrymore's directorial debut about a teenage girl who is trying to find herself and does so by joining a roller derby team. Ellen Page stars as Bliss, who lives in small-town Texas and yearns to break free of her mother's world of beauty pageants and conformity. She sees her chance when she meets the Hurl Scouts, a roller derby team. She tries out for the team and wins a slot, lying to her parents about her new hobby. Bliss finds friendship and freedom with her teammates, but a conflict between a championship game and a beauty pageant threatens to spill her secret. The screenplay was written by a Los Angeles Derby Dolls star named Shauna Cross. It's based on her novel Derby Girl. It neatly balances Bliss's derby career and her situation at home, where her dad escapes to pro sports on TV to escape his wife. She's an extreme type of a stage mother whose values, as her daughter informs her, are based on the 1950s idea of womanhood. Probably Bliss's poor mom was dominated by her own overbearing mother. Lastly, the business of sport. In the HBO series Ballers, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson stars as retired football superstar Spencer Strassmore trying to reinvent himself as a financial manager for current players in Miami. His life after football focuses on mentoring current athletes on their own business matters and convincing them that he and his firm will not fumble their financial futures. In this show, financial aspects of the game are emphasized, and issues of culture, cost, and community are constantly at play. Ballers is defined by the ideologies of professional football, often rooted in toxic masculinity and located at the tension between individual accomplishment and collective victory. This is a dynamic show with vibrant characters. The 30-minute program provides a glimpse into the lives of professional football players in the off-season, highlighting the action that occurs off the field. The show mirrors many of the narratives circulating today about the economic, legal, and physical struggles of current and former professional athletes. Throughout each season, every aspect of these fictional characters' lives includes various intersections of culture, finance, and media present in real life, whether on ESPN SportsCenter, an athlete's Twitter account, or in financial publications. I'd like to conclude with some final thoughts on the films and TV show previously discussed to show how they have inspired me. Invincible is a quite touching and inspiring underdog story. Vince Papale was an ordinary man with a love for football, loved the Philadelphia Eagles, and was lucky enough to get a chance to play for them. That does not happen often. Many NFL players start playing in high school, continue in college, and many struggle to go pro. Through hard work, drive, and determination, Papale was given the opportunity of a lifetime, showing that dreams do come true, and that is why I love this film and its message. On the surface, She's the Man is a feel-good comedy. However, there are much deeper themes explored. This film played with the idea of gender and the roles society casts based simply on anatomy. It is a feminist movie, but the word feminist is never uttered. It has a powerful message that females can do things just as well as males. To me, Whip It is the perfect coming-of-age film. What is original about it is the way in which Bliss finds herself and develops through sport. On her quest, she doesn't just find something she's good at, she finds sisterhood within a roller derby team who make her feel important and welcome. It's a stark contrast to the beauty pageant life her mom wants for her, where girls are pitted against each other in a competition based around physical beauty. Again, a film showcasing strong, powerful women that make their own paths in life. I love watching Ballers because you don't see what happens off the field too often, and this show allows us to see what transpires while being quite entertaining. From research I have done on the show, it is rooted in reality and true to the business of sport. Please see these films if you haven't already, and definitely watch Ballers. Thank you.